Have you ever started making a dua for something you desperately needed, and halfway through you stopped yourself? It isn't a loss of faith that stops the prayer. It's a voice that asks, "Who are you to request that?" We often misidentify this hesitation as humility, assuming it's more pious to ask for less. In reality, this self-censorship is a projection. We are taking human experiences with scarcity and transactional debt and applying them to God. The 16th name of Allah, Al-Wahhab, serves as the correction to that inner voice. It is translated as the Supreme Bestower, and it changes the logic of the request. To understand Al-Wahhab is to realize that true spiritual connection requires us to stop measuring divine capacity by human economic limits. The Arabic root is wab, hab, ba, meaning to give freely, without compensation. While the word Wahib describes a giver, Allah chose the form Wahhab. In Arabic grammar, this pattern represents intensity and repetition. It describes someone who gives relentlessly. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyya notes in Madarij al-Salikin that this linguistic structure indicates a permanent attribute. Giving is not an occasional act. It is part of the essence of who Allah is. This is why Surah Sad poses a specific rhetorical question. Or do they possess the treasuries of the mercy of your Lord, the exalted in might, the bestower? The answer is no. No human controls or restricts this treasury. Because the owner is Al-Wahhab, the resources never deplete when shared. If we want to see this name in action, we have to look at Prophet Sulayman, who modeled what it looks like to pray without an internal ceiling. In Surah Sad, verse 35, he made a request that most would consider unrealistic. He asked for a kingdom so vast that no human would ever receive anything like it again. He didn't ask for just enough, he asked for the unmatched. Allah granted it in full. This serves as a scriptural precedent. Large requests do not offend a bestower, they acknowledge his capacity. Sahih al-Bukhari 7111 provides the scale for this. The Prophet described Allah's spending as constant since the moment the heavens and the earth were created. Every heartbeat and every sunrise in history has come from this source. Yet, as that top line remains static, we see the reality. His hand has not decreased by a single fraction. Because the source is infinite, the human fear of asking for too much is logically impossible. You cannot overdraw from a reservoir that does not have a bottom. Reducing your requests is not humility. It is an error in calculation. It assumes the giver has a limited supply that you must help him manage. Most human giving is conditional. It comes with a ledger or an invisible invoice. Al-Wahhab gives without expecting anything in return. The only requirement is the recognition of the source. Once you acknowledge where the gift comes from, the transaction is complete. Starting tonight, sit in the dark and raise your hands. Choose 3 specific things you have been too hesitant to request: the healing that feels impossible, or the job that feels out of reach. Address him as Ya Wahhab before each one. Do not add the phrase "if it's possible." If he is the bestower, the possibility is already established. Imam Al-Nawawi noted that repeating this name for 7 consecutive mornings helps dismantle the mental habits of false self-reliance. It trains the mind to look toward the bestower rather than our own limited efforts. Recognizing Al-Wahhab removes the shame of asking. Next, we look at Ar-Razzaq, the name that addresses the anxiety of whether there will be enough.
Assalamualaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.